Hey guys, when the difference between winning and losing comes down to quality, choose Addicted Marine Performance Parts. What do they do, Hayden?
You know what? They're your go-to source for high-quality billet aluminium parts. Originally engineered for the intensity of race boats, but now it's available to upgrade your ski boat.
Very nice.
You know, they also specialise in cab plate hardware, performance-driven steering components and internal fit-out accessories. And they also supply Argo V drives and all the accessories to go along with them.
That they do. If you demand the best in marine components, remember one name, Addicted Marine Performance Parts.
Everybody out there, I want to know who wants to go fast? Let's go one
Here we are again, another episode of the High Speed Garage.
Welcome back.
Shout out to Elite Forklifts and Access Equipment, Contrast Printing, Chop Sanitizing, Addicted Marine for all their support and helping the show out. How you going, boys? What he's been up to?
Not bad. I've been fucking busy.
Yeah? Busy doing fuck all?
No, I've been flat out at work, and then I went away went up to Mel McColl's, sort of a half surprise 70th for him.
Oh, yeah?
Didn't know anyone was coming.
Yeah, right.
So it was fucking funny. So Joy and Alan were up there as well.
Oh, yeah?
And Kempy, he's one of his other mates.
Yep.
And he's working in the shed when we got there. And me and Reese walked in the door and he goes, "What the fuck are you doing here?" He didn't know about the part, going to the pub or nothing.
We're here to cause a ruckus.
The engine was all but built and ready to go. He was doing the rockers. And he goes, "Oh, well, guess we're packing this up." So, yeah, that's what I did. Went up there. And
When'd you go up there?
Saturday, waited for Reese to finish his open homes and jumped straight in the car and fucking shot up there. I think we got up there about 6:30, I think, roughly,
Yeah, right.
at night.
Oh, it's only a 6-hour drive.
Oh, yeah, 6 hours 45 we did in.
Yeah, okay.
Took us 8 to get home.
Yeah, right.
When'd you come home?
Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah, I was up there. We did get a couple extra days. We weren't shooting.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We had a couple of early mornings, got a few pigs each morning, and then when Monday we had a good. I went and helped James do a bit of stuff around the property and into Gundy and whatnot. Then we went out shooting the arvo.
Yeah, right. Sounds like a good time.
Yeah, got the
You
biggest
always
pig.
have a good time. Oh, did you?
Yeah, fucking smoked him.
Was it a fluke?
Nah, it sort of was. It was right place, right time. So Reese was sitting down on a corner waiting for the pigs to run across the paddock because they were heading home in the morning. And I was like, "Oh, fuck that." We're seeing a couple run in early, like as we're driving up to it. I was like, "Oh, I'm going to have a look in there." So I took the shotgun in, walking through, and I heard him have 2 shots. I was like, "Motherfucker, fucking not there for it." But he missed. And then I heard it in the bush, fucking
It's
walked
coming through.
straight to me.
Oh, yeah.
Dead set walk. It would have been 2 meters off me. Fucking
Love it.
9
Yeah,
fucking SG pellets straight to the forehead. And he was for 80, 100 kilos. Like a monster pig. He's longer than the gun.
Yeah,
that's
copy.
all right.
Like a big solid fucker.
But they're the ones you want to get rid of.
Oh, we went.
You want to get rid of everything, but
Yeah, then
Yeah.
Then
They
we went.
cause
We
so much drama.
we did a-
and shit.
Monday night. We went around and had a thermal. So all in the car. Fucking me and Reese were in the back. James and Mal were in the front. Fucking guns hanging out windows. Fucking got 2 handheld thermals looking around. James is on his big iPad, like 13-inch iPad on the dash. You didn't need lights. You just driving
Yeah,
off
right.
that.
Yeah,
We
right.
would have seen 200 to 300.
Jesus.
Far out.
There was heaps down the bottom, but the wind was on our backs.
Oh, yeah.
So they heard
they
us
could
and
smell
smelled us
us,
before we
yeah.
got there.
Yeah.
And we come around. There was one halfway up a paddock. Reese walked out and got that. Bit further down, there was another one on the way in. Like I think he walked in 450 meters and shot it. It sort of fell a little bit and then got up and run. And then his gun jammed, trying to put 2 fucking bullets in one hole somehow. I don't know how he's done that. He fucked up there. So we chased us in the car. And Mal's jumped the spotlight on me and James had bailed out the car and put fucking 5 more bullets into him before he fell down.
Yeah, right.
Big
He's
bastard.
he had 6 when he was laid on his side, he had 6 bullets. Reese must have got him in the back, in the like right at the front of his hips or something. And then me and James like in the body, and then one was in the heart and one was in the head. The last 2, I think, because you heard us. We both shot at exactly the same time, and he heard it, doof, doof,
Yeah,
and he
right.
fell. Fucking hell! And he fucking 6 bullets, and he had scars, like fresh wounds, all up the side, and like fucking been in a big mad brawl.
Yeah, right.
Teeth like his tusks half cut off.
Oh, Jesus.
Jeez.
He's been in a mad fight.
So he obviously won.
Yeah, I think so.
We didn't die. He was still living.
Yeah.
No match for the fucking bullets though.
Fuck no. Yeah, we walked up, then we went a bit further and found another fucking mob of, I don't know, there would have been 30, I reckon, eating a kangaroo that we shot that morning.
Oh yeah, right.
So and the wind was right in our face, fucking howling. And me and Reese walked in, and a couple hundred metres, I think we walked. And we got there, and I was pitch black because I got no thermal.
Yeah.
I just got a torch waiting to turn it on, hang on to a gun, torch, and me fucking shooting stick. Walking in, and he's like, "Oh yeah, still got 100 to go." Right, and I'm counting the steps, and he keeps walking. I was like, "Fucking walked 100, cunt." I'm pitch black, I can't see shit. And we walked and walked. He goes, "No," he goes, "We're 40 out." I was like, "I'll shoot the fuckers from here. I'm good."
Don't walk in front of me.
And he goes, "No, we'll keep going, we'll keep going." So he got us to like 15 meters, I think, and they hadn't heard us, hadn't seen us, nothing. And then I was set up, put my gun, and I fucking, for some stupid reason, I've grabbed the torch and put it on top of the gun, thinking, "Oh yeah, nice line of sight."
And then you've got no sight.
Fucking right in front of the scope.
Oh.
So Reese has fucking had a couple of shots, and I'm like, "Oh fuck, dumb cunt," and I'm trying to focus, and they sort of started bailing out, so I missed me fucking go. Fucking dickhead.
You really,
Amateur
yeah,
hour.
you
And-
got to sit it on top of the scope, not on top of the barrel.
Yeah, but because you got to hang on to where the shooting stick is, it's all fucking had to be a bit further forward. I worked it out in the end, just holding them on the side, but that was fucking annoying. But before that, as we're walking up, we've stopped, and I've heard one behind us. I said to Reese, "Where the fuck are they?" Because there's one behind us. "No, they're not. They're not fucking. They're up here. They're up here." I said, "I'm fucking swear to God, there's one behind us."
You can hear it.
Fucking dead set. One walked out from behind us, like out of the mountain, and all the way fucking to us. Got to us with fucking 5 meters and fucked off and finally hurt us.
Yeah, right.
They were watching it, James and Mel were going, "Fuck yes, they're going to get bailed. Fucking oath." They're going to get fucked up from behind. Like fucking big. We're not going to know what the fuck going on. Oh, yeah, but that didn't happen. It was a big, they said it was fucking big on the
Yeah, right.
thermal.
That'd
Yeah.
be fucking interesting.
Fucking
You'd
oath.
come home with some scars.
Fuck yeah.
You'd probably get shot too because if it knocked you over.
Oh,
Reece
yeah,
probably
would've
trying to
fuck-
shoot the thing and
Yeah.
it'd shoot you.
Yeah, you're walking out there fucking ready to go. So you only got to flick the safety off and away you go.
You need a knife for those
Yeah.
kind of situations.
I don't know. They don't like carrying knives, and I'm a bit on the same page. Because you fall over, you can fucking stab yourself.
Oh yeah, but yeah, depends how many situations you want to get yourself in.
Well, yeah.
I suppose.
Normally that doesn't happen.
A lot of
Yeah.
people like doing it with just the knife, no guns.
Yeah, when they got dogs,
Yeah.
yeah. That's when dogs ring on their head too.
Yeah. Yeah, still, if you get a fucking big pig,
Yeah. When
still-
when
you
I've
still got
been
to get in close to the fucking thing to fucking
Yeah.
stick it.
when Lockie was up there last year, that's what he runs. He does carry a knife and does stick him when the dogs get on him.
Yeah.
Because it's a bit hard to shoot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went and had to get his dogs off him once last time. He goes, "You want me knife?" I was like, "Fuck no, I ain't getting that close." Just got a shotgun on, just shoot the cunt.
So you only hunt with a shotty? You don't use?
Nah,
the
I got a
rifle?
rifle as well.
Yeah.
But I'm losing all them. Fucking assholes.
with the government.
Yeah, government's going to take them off me.
Or they send you a letter.
Nah, not yet. That's got to come yet. That hopefully the end of the year, maybe a bit later, and hopefully it gets changed, a few amendments maybe, but I doubt it.
You're better off selling them all to the farm.
No, I think they can have one of them.
Really?
Yeah, because
Depend on what the new laws.
the new
are.
laws changed the rifle to a C class. So because it's a straight pull pump action rifle, you can't really They're changing that. And the straight pull shotguns, button presser, I think they're just banning them or they're going to C class. There's a fair few grey areas of what the fuck's going on with them.
They're saving the world with those fucking lights.
Yeah, well, nothing's actually locked in.
Nothing's
stone
gonna
or
fucking
anything.
Not
happen.
100%.
Nothing's
They
gonna
saying it
change.
is. When I went to the gun shop the other week to grab a couple more bullets, because I hadn't even used that rifle yet. That's fucking brand new. So I went and grabbed some more bullets so I could sight it in. And they're like, nah, fucking don't buy nothing. Don't do this. Don't do that. He goes, next week, it'll be all happening. I was like, oh, fucking bullshit. I think, fuck, I'm going away.
They could be just being negative.
I think he was full negative.
Yeah.
Because I come home and done a bit of Googling and nothing actually set in stone till July
Yeah.
when everything sort of starts the ball rolling.
Yeah, and then if it gets enough
And it gets pushed back. Yeah, exactly. So see what happens.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there's a lot of people. I was talking to Jason Cook over the weekend. I was sending fucking photos and whatnot, and Snapchats, and he's got a heap, and he's got the same. He's got the same shotty as I got, brand new in a box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, he goes, what?" I said, "Yeah, you're losing this. Like they're even taking away 22s.
Yeah, well, you don't know that yet because nothing's been done yet.
Nah,
And you'd be surprised. Like I said when that shit first happened, they don't need to take fucking everything off everybody, but if something probably does need to be pulled in line a little bit.
the
if
way the
some people
rules,
can still get certain shit.
the
Yeah,
way
the
the
wrong
rules are
people-
written.
The wrong people will still be able to get the guns.
Yeah,
You know?
Well, all the
regardless,
illegal shit's
regardless.
always going to happen anyway. But the rules, half of them are pretty good to change because it's more into the getting a license, who can get one,
Yeah,
and how much scrutiny's under it, how much they're looking into people, and
how many
more
guns
focus.
you can own, all that sort of
Well,
stuff. Like-
it's not even about the guns you own because that's irrelevant. Like you can have.
well, yeah, but still, what's the need to own fucking 200 guns if
Because
you're one person?
it's multiple different types of guns.
Yeah.
But what-
So
what-
you
what
need
for?
because you don't want to go out. So everyone's just going to go when we go back to 4.
There'd be a certain amount of people that I'd say could own that many guns. If you're like a professional shooter, like an Olympic fucking guy or something.
Yeah,
like that,
they're in
yep,
a different
yep,
category.
no worries. Or if you're a farmer, you're allowed a certain amount, but still, like you only need certain guns to do certain things. You don't need fucking 200.
Well,
Some people like to collect.
Yeah, well,
no,
that's-
the collectors are a different story. But see, when you go to a collector now,
You've
Which
got
I
to
mean-
hand the pins in or something, do you?
yeah, I'd say I don't know how they declass or decommission them. Whether you just can't buy the bolt anymore, or you've got to have it changed, or you've got to take something such out, but you can't use them. So it basically renders the gun fucking useless.
Yeah.
Whereas
But
now
if you're
they can.
collecting it, that's all you should.
Yeah, but they're still-
you
they're
should
not
be
a-
okay with it being useless.
they're
You
not-
don't need it to be fucking functional.
Yeah, but that's where the money is
Yeah, but you're not using it. So what's it matter?
because they're not a complete gun. Then
But
they're
what
just
do you what's I don't understand. Like, what do you get money for? Like, would you buy, like, let's say you get a GTHO comes up for fucking sale, but it's got no engine in it. Are you going to pay like fucking top price for
Well,
it?
you're going to pay stuff all for it.
Yeah, so it's the same system,
yeah. So they're not.
but someone would still want that to fucking go. Oh yeah, look what I got.
Don't know.
Yeah, I still reckon that they're better off full kept as they are.
Yeah, but that's being usable.
It
So
is.
it
but-
should really, like, for something to be worth more usable, it should be able to be used.
I don't see what people are collecting, to be honest, that you can use anymore anyway. Like
Yeah,
you're only
well,
collecting old like
Yeah, so that,
musket type things, and
that's sort of.
but I
like
don't
my
know.
point.
I
So
don't
if it
know
doesn't-
what people collect.
If it doesn't work, it doesn't really matter, does it?
No,
Like
No,
if, you've
that's-
got, if
yeah.
you've got a musket hanging on your fucking wall here, who gives a fuck if it's missing the pin? And no one that walks in looks and goes, "Fuck, that's a cool fucking gun."
yeah,
They can pull it down and look through it and do whatever else, but it never works. So
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know more. Than
and
that,
you
but
you can't show them off anyway because you got to have them in fucking
Lock and
cupboards and all that
keys,
sort of
yeah.
shit. So yeah, I don't understand.
No, I don't. I don't understand the collector side of things, but that's gone to unlimited anyway. But yeah, got to be decommissioned and never used again. You can't buy the bullets. You get caught with the bullets for that gun, you'll be fucked.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's all that needs to happen. There's more punishment for the shit that you're doing that you're not supposed to be doing.
Yeah. But in saying like what you're saying, you need more guns. You can go rabbit shooting, So you go with like a 17 or a 22 or something like that.
Yeah, I know what you're going to say, but that doesn't mean you need 200.
You don't need 200,
That
but
doesn't mean one person needs 200 guns.
I reckon you can go with like
One person
10.
One person could maybe need 10 if they go shooting fucking heaps, like it's a full pastime.
Yeah,
like
but
they go
they're
shooting as often
bringing
as we go
everyone-
boat racing.
They're bringing everyone down to like 4 guns.
Yeah, 4's.
There's not much shit you can't shoot with 4 guns.
Yeah, but you go into a big. So you go on. So you have a shotgun, and you want a rifle. Then you'll have a nighttime rifle. If you've got thermals and you want to go thermal and or whatnot, because you can't swap scopes, so that's got to have that scope on it for that that thing.
Yeah.
And then
You're a long way
whatever
off your 10.
else.
You're a long way off your 10.
Yeah, but then you have
No,
all the
but they're
different.
limited
Then
to
you
4.
yeah, then you have all your different
Well, no,
calibers. So
it's-
you want to go rabbits or whatever. So there's your 22. So then you want to go piggin.
Yeah, but this is what
Bigger.
like
then
I
you want to
just
go
said,
some deer or something. You're going bigger again.
This is for people that do this as a full blown hobby. Like they go shooting,
Yeah.
like we would go boat racing,
Yeah, 100%.
or people play footy on the weekends. These guys go shooting. So those people need a different class to what like you do.
Yeah, but you can't be where you have to have a whole new class of okay, you can let them people get the.
It's pretty easy.
That's what the C class license is for primary producers.
So how do you get your license? What kind of shit you got to jump through?
Fucking nothing. But it's probably heaps more now. But you just go and I just went to Pittown Sporties.
So straight away, I'd say you got to have the gun for a reason.
Oh
Not-
yeah,
not
for
just,
that.
not just because I want to own a
Yeah,
gun.
just
you've
hunting.
Either, you've either got
So you've got to have a genuine reason. Yes.
But if you're hunting, you need some kind of permit or a letter or something from
yes.
somewhere where you can
Yeah, that's what you have to-
legally
yeah.
hunt that thing.
Yeah. I thought that's. No, I didn't think you'll mean that. But yeah, that's what you've got to have. So you got to have a letter. So I can get a letter from
So,
out at Mum's,
where I'm going to, with
or
this
you can
is
be
if you only go
a member of a
shooting-
hunters club.
If you only go shooting 3 times a year, you shouldn't need to have 10 guns. You're in this lower category. So that's you can't have that many guns. If you shoot more than that, if you shoot say 12 times a year, well you can have a couple of extra guns because you do it a bit more often.
Yeah.
And that's pretty easy to keep track of because
Well,
whatever
they're all
you've
logged.
signed up to say this is where I'm going shooting, wherever you've got the permit from or whatever else, someone there needs to sign it off like a logbook, just like you do with driving trucks or whatever else. You fill out a logbook, and that's what gets sent in. Okay, well I can upgrade my license now because I've shot this many times a year, just like you would if you go onto a shooting range.
That's they log the shooting range, so that's how they get around target shooting or something. I think there was a rule coming in with the target shooters.
Yeah, but
So
there's
you
no
had to
reason
do
couldn't do that. With
however many a year, and they
Yeah.
were all logged through the system.
There's no reason you couldn't do that with like property owners or specifically.
Yeah, but you can cheat.
hunting things.
You can cheat. Say you get caught up, and you go, "Oh fucking hell, I haven't been enough. Fill me book out for me." Like,
Yeah, well, that's if you can do that. You can fudge fucking truck books and all that shit.
yeah,
too.
that's right. That's what I
But-
mean. But that's what people will do.
But if something turns to shit, and you
Yeah,
and
you
you
get-
get caught something wrong, then that person's going to lose his right to be able to do all his shooting and whatever
Yeah.
else because he's lied in your logbook.
yeah,
And,
And
and,
it'll-
people are going to suffer those consequences.
Yeah.
And that will stop all that shit from happening.
it will do. But yeah, we'll see what happens anyway. But yeah, I could get it because I only do it a few times a year. Probably if I can get to Mum's more, I'd do it more out there. But for me would be enough because I don't really got the money. I'd probably have to be the next category if I wanted to do some more night shit, which I
Yeah,
would.
see,
But that's like
that's
fucking
because shooting for you is not really like a hobby. It's just something that you do every now and then because it's fun.
just something fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
if that's your hobby, like we come home and work on race boats. If some people come home and want to polish their guns,
Joel does have a race boat to work on.
Yes. It's behind the gun safe.
if someone,
It's
if
got
someone
pushed
wants
back
to
again.
come home and polish their guns and clean them up and get them ready or whatever for the weekend, well then, yeah, they should obviously deserve more shit than someone like us.
Yeah,
It's just
you're
a
right.
different thing. It's
It is.
whatever.
But yeah, it's a hard. Anyways, fucking massive tangent there, but yeah.
Oh,
Thanks-
well,
thanks for
nice-
listening to
Nice knowing about your shooting.
Thanks for listening to the Shooting Weekly podcast.
I'll be back there in June.
Yeah. Well, over the weekend, me and my family drove to Bundaberg.
Oh yeah,
That's something I never
I just had
thought
the
that I'd
family
be-
out, did you?
Brothers.
Oh,
it's a prick of a drive.
fuck Dad.
It was. It's pretty easy, but it
No,
just
it's not. Don't lie
goes
to our
for
listeners.
freaking ages.
Fucking 15 hours or something, isn't it?
No,
fucking
it took us
prick of a
12.
drive.
without stops, it was 12 and a half hours. And
So what
it's
realistically
getting
did it
better
take
and
you?
better.
So it still took you 15, but if you minus all the stops,
That's right. Well, we didn't.
So you
we
calculate
didn't
how
rush
long it actually took you.
you have to stop.
We left home at 5:30, got up there at 8 o'clock. 5:30, 60, 7:30. That's 13 and a half hours.
Fuck that. What for?
Yeah.
No, it's really 9:30
Eh?
because they come.
Yeah, that's right. That's where the time was.
What
Because
for?
I was thinking, I was like, fuck, it wasn't that bad. But yeah, no, it was 14 and a half.
Was it literally just to pull the engine down?
No.
What else did you do?
I told Josh that I don't want to look at the race boat for a while.
So it's staying up there.
For now, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm over it. I'm fucking worn out, man.
Fuck
Mentally.
that.
So
Couldn't you just park it somewhere else?
dude, every time I work on the fucking thing, you rush it to get to a race meeting and you're full of enthusiasm.
Yeah, but
and
you
then
don't
go and
rush
make
it.
You don't. You go and make a fuck up, and you're back to square one. And
That's-
after hurting the engine, I said, "I'm fucking stepping away."
You don't have to drive to fucking Bundaberg though to hide the thing.
No, I didn't hide it. Josh said, "If you're fucking over it, bring it up here." And I said, "Well, I'd rather you fucking put your engine in it and go and enjoy it." Because Brenton's engine's not finished yet. And Josh said, "Look, bring the boat up here. We'll have a look at it. We'll pull the engine down." Josh wants to have a look at the boat as well. He's got a couple of things that he'd like to work on, and I said, "Fucking let's do it." I'm at a point now, like we've got a couple of things that I want to do at home, and I've got no enthusiasm on the boat. I'm back at the point I was 12 months ago where I was telling the thing to get stuffed anyway. So
It gets better though. You work on it. And
oh man,
you
it
start
was
to come
fucking
round.
it was getting mad, and
When-
then
when
all
you
of a sudden
don't
we
work on it-
fucked it up again. So
Don't rush.
mate, that wasn't a rush,
Well, you just said you rush to get to a race meeting.
but that's what you always do.
Oh, really?
No,
Like-
don't.
Going to the January event, you work and work and work, mate. I lost so much fucking time. There was no rushing. That's why I didn't rush, because I wanted to make sure I did it right.
Well, it was a bit of a rush because you heard it at Glen Maggie. Like if you come home from Glen Maggie sweet, it wouldn't have been a rush.
It wouldn't have been anywhere near as bad. No.
So if you just
But
went
if
fuck
you get to
January
that point
and
you
just
think
go,
you're rushing because you're losing heaps of time. Just
Yeah.
go. Well, I'm not
I'm not going to that one. Yeah.
Yeah. So I made it happen. I ran myself pretty tired, and I got the thing to round one, and we got through round one pretty well. There was the stuff that happened wrong at round one wasn't really from rushing or making mistakes. It was things that we'd found, or just things that had gone wrong, like wiring issues and stuff like that. The fucking engine's come out of that boat about 5 times since the new wires got in. Something might have get
Yeah.
fucking kinked or jammed or something like that. So we don't know what's happened there, but that whole wiring loom come out of the boat, and a brand new one went in there. Look,
You could have dropped it at my place and hidden it.
oh,
I would have sorted it for you.
you've got your own boat to work on.
Yeah, so.
Anyway,
I'm-
Josh,
I'm into
look,
that.
Josh told me to bring it up to Bundaberg. So you know what? I took it to Bundy.
It's a kind of a drive though.
Fucking I thought I'd ask you to meet me on the Gold Coast or something.
When you go, okay, I'm keen to go racing again now. You got to drive all the way up there and all the way back again to get it back.
We're going to post Britain's engine up there. We're going to get.
That's what I was going to say because I thought you might have actually just sent the engine up there. I was going to say, why don't you just fucking post it?
Yeah. So we'll probably end up putting it on a land transport truck or something like that. Get it up to Josh. Josh will put everything off our engine onto Brenton's engine, so it all just bolts back on. He's got a brand new oil pump to go on that, so it'll probably have to get a few hoses done on it, whatever. But once that's done, me and Brenton will fly up there. We won't drive. We'll fly up there and hopefully do a club day, and then Josh will bring it down. If it all works out, Josh will bring the boat down to Laidley.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, look, it'll be all right because it's Bretton's turn to drive.
Yep.
I'm stepping away I'll help with the boat. But yeah, I'm at a point where I'm not interested at the moment.
Gay.
Got some other stuff that I want to concentrate on, so that's what I'm going to do.
I'm full fucking tilted into mine.
I can see.
I was about to get the grinder with the cut-off disc on it this afternoon.
Don't forget,
I got
You
itchy
haven't
just
done-
fucking looking at it.
you haven't done anywhere near as much in the past, 3 years since the last Worlds when you run the boat.
There's a fair bit been going on
You had
at home though, like before I took it anywhere.
Yeah, you stepped away a fair bit. That boat was sitting around for a long time.
Oh,
Only just building the engine.
yeah, only like refitted.
It's been a few years.
Newer engine. Yeah,
It's been a few years. Well, I've done a lot of
but in saying that, I had a 6 litre in between all that too.
pull the engine out, put the engine back in, break shit, pull the engine out, put the engine back in. There's been a lot of that, and it gets fucking old.
Yeah, I did a lot of that too.
And I'm not saying I'm quitting. I'm just saying I need to walk away from it. And you know what? I'm fucking walking away from that. Because I told the boat to get fucked, and that's what I'm doing. So
Don't let it beat you.
yeah, it's not beating me. I just need to walk away so it doesn't. I've got too much passion in the sport to walk away completely. But yeah, I can guarantee I'm not the only person that's told their boat to get stuffed before.
I got itchy fucking looking at mine this afternoon. I had every intention.
That's because you drilled holes in it. Fucking hate you now.
No, that was the other day. Yeah, I literally was going to get the grinder out the Savo, and I looked at it and went, "Yeah, I'll start grinding." Because I was wondering how the fuck I'm going to do it without getting a shed full of fucking dust. Because that dolly doesn't have a fucking tow bar on it, so I can't really pull it out. So I can push it outside, but I won't be able to get it back in.
Oh, yeah.
So
Could you put like a pulley on the back to pull the
You'd
fucking
chain
thing
block
back
it
in?
back in, but it'd be a fucking pain in the ass because there's this wall there.
yeah, it wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't be too hard, I suppose. You could probably do something like
Like
that. I guess.
one dynabolt in the floor with like a
Yeah.
carabiner on it,
Yeah.
and then don't pull the boat, pull on the carabiner, which halves the.
No, you just pull
Oh,
the dolly, you just wrap
whatever
the
it is.
dolly.
Yeah, it's probably not too hard, but they're only small wheels. I've got to get them up that lip too. It'd be easier. if
Yeah,
it
that's
was
a steep
hard.
lip.
But anyway.
Just
And then I-
sheet it like you. Paint and sheet.
Yeah, but that's why I fucking dicked around today, because I was thinking about doing all that, and I'm thinking, no, that's all fucking too hard. And
Same as what you did to the old shed.
yeah, that's why I built the new shed, so I didn't have to fucking do that shit anymore. But anyway, I think I might just buy a bit of steel and weld it to the front of that dolly and put
Oh, yeah.
just a hitch on it so I can pull it in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm keen as to start ripping into that. Don't have long. Pulled the engine, or Dad pulled the engine apart. Found the rings were rooted, which we kind of knew, but they're been through a bit of a fucking flogging. Like probably doesn't seem like, because it has done a lot of racing, but it did a fair bit of testing, so they'll just born to the shit house. And
Did a long time on the dyno too.
yeah, that as well. And yeah, we found a bent valve as well, which wasn't ideal, but for some reason it didn't fucking damage anything. Didn't damage the seat or nothing. Dad put a brand new valve in, put the fucking vacuum on it, all sucked shut, seated properly, did everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be all good to go.
8
gotta-
weeks.
Just got to get a new set of rings put in, which I think they're on their way.
Got 8 weeks for everything to be ready. Actually, like 7 weeks for everything to be ready.
Yeah, should be ready. That's easy. Only takes me fucking 20 minutes to put it all back together.
Yeah. 2 minutes, really. if
It
you
is
look
pretty
at it.
easy with Dad looking after the engine. I don't have to deal with that. When I get it back, it's all done. Although I'll probably have to do a bit of work because it's coming fully apart this time, so I'll have to double check the wiring and whatever else. Make sure nothing's buggered. Recheck timing and all that sort of stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, that's not too bad. What did you do for Valentine's Day? Did you just go out or do anything?
I was in Bundaberg.
Me and Reese went to fucking Mal's.
I took the kids out for fucking dinner. Well, the missus and the kids out for dinner. Fucking $330.
Thanks for coming. Holy shit.
hell.
Where'd you go?
That's the
was-
same as Bill as your last one, but
It
actually
was-
less than the last one.
No. The last one was because it was dinner and movies.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's still the dinner,
This
wasn't
was literally just dinner.
And 2 extra kids too.
Yeah, it's like another 100 and something bucks. It was only 220 or 30 or something for the last dinner.
Oh, I thought you said
Yeah.
300 last one.
Nah. I think it might have been close to 300, but it wasn't 300. Anyway, I had the meat platter, which is probably why the bill was up there.
Where at?
So we were going to go to, those Korean barbecue joints. We
Yeah.
Love it.
were going to go to one of them, but the one day of the year where they actually take bookings, we didn't book because
Oh.
we didn't know that
Yeah, right.
they were taking bookings that day. So we walked in. He goes, "Have you got a booking?" We said, "No." He said, "Oh well, we can't fit you in." I was like, "Oh, fucking righto. See you later."
Yeah, right.
So we went straight to the restaurant next door,
Mm.
and it was an Italian restaurant, and the menu looked pretty good. And I was like, "Oh, we'll sit here." The missus had a couple of cocktails as well, and I had a couple of pints of beer. But the meat platter, so the missus ordered her food, and the kids, she ordered the kids as well. And then I said to the Sheila taking me order, I said, "I'll have the meat platter." And she went to start writing, and then she stopped and looked at me. She goes, "That feeds like 4 people." I looked at her and went, "Oh, does it? I'm hungry." She goes, "Oh, I might have to move your table because it's quite large." And I'm thinking, fucking hell, how big is this thing?
Fucking hell.
She goes, "Just let me go check with my boss to make sure I can move you to a bigger table." So we went from a 4-seater table to a 6-seater table.
Jesus.
And anyway, they brung it out. It's like this 2-tiered fucking thing. There was a full bone-in ribeye that would have been, I don't know, probably 500 grams.
That's me done just there.
There was a full chicken schnitzel.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
There was a full rack of pork ribs.
Oof. Like a proper big long rack.
It was
Two
two
halves.
short ones.
Yep.
Yeah. And then what else was there? So two bits, probably about that big, of crispy pork belly.
Mm.
A couple of lamb cutlets,
Fucking hell.
but they were full lamb cutlets too. Like they weren't just the eye part; they had the full back part on them
Yep.
as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like a big curly tail type
Yeah,
deal.
yeah.
Yeah.
A few
Oh, dude, the backside of those lamb cutlets is the bomb.
a few chips in the bottom, and a mushroom sauce, and a little garden salad kind of thing.
The garden salad.
So how much did you take home?
I took home the schnitzel, some chips, and the sauce.
Fuck,
Well
you fat
done.
fuck.
I had the rest.
How the fuck do you fit it?
Oh, I was struggling. It was fucking hard work, but it was fucking nice too. Like it was,
You can eat
it
it
was all well
Yeah.
cooked. Like normally, if you get something like that, you probably expect some of it to be a bit oily or
overcooked
whatever.
and shit, yeah.
But they did say we only do it medium. We
Mhm.
don't
Oh, yeah?
we don't fuck around with different shit. It's all done medium, and that's it. So the lamb was medium. Obviously the pork belly and the schnitzel are cooked, but the ribeye was medium. The ribs fell off the bone
Mm-hmm.
but didn't fall off, if you know what I mean. You know how
Yeah, they just suck
you've
them
got to
apart.
pick it up
Yeah.
and pull it off, but it comes off clean. They
Yeah.
were like that, so they were beautiful. I would say the stuff was probably cooked a touch under medium, which is good because I like it
Oh,
under
yeah.
medium. I like it closer to medium rare, but it was still fucking delicious. I chewed the fuck out of the ribeye bone, chewed the fuck out of the lamb cutlet bones. I ate about 4 chips on the night.
Yeah, bugger
it
the
was-
chips
it
and
was
bugger the
good.
schnitzel.
And you know how much it was?
Yeah.
$150.
I was
Fuck,
gonna
that's
say
cheap.
150, that's
Fucking
mad.
oath it is.
Fuck, that's cheap as
That's what I
shit.
thought. $150 for all that.
Fuck, the steak alone's fucking like
And I
80.
got excited when she said it feeds 4. I was like, oh yeah, because you buy a decent sized steak, you're going to be paying $70, $80 for a good, like a big ribeye like that.
Yeah. Fucking easy. And that's the cheap side of a fucking good ribeye.
Yeah, well, fucking, you buy a tomahawk, you're into the hundreds straight
Yeah.
away. So yeah, I was pretty happy with that.
Yeah, fucking A.
Yeah, that was
Well, mate.
that's all I did for the weekend. I did a bit of work, flipped my bat over, done all that shit, and
Fucking A.
Sick. More cool videos.
yeah,
Righto.
get into some sport, eh?
Unfortunately, the rest in peace statements keep coming. Robert Harry Duval. Harry's not actually his middle name, but I think that was probably his most well-known character.
Everyone would know if we said
Yeah,
Harry.
Harry from
Go out and hit the peace car.
what was it called?
Days of Thunder.
Yeah, Talladega Nights was stuck in my head. Days of Thunder,
I forget
absolute
the other one. What's
cracking.
He didn't bump you. He didn't hit you. He didn't ram you.
He
rubbed
rubbed
you.
you. And Robin's racing. Bathurst 12 hours run on the weekend.
That was pretty wild,
That's
wasn't
fucking some fucking carnage.
So I fucked up. Remember how I was saying, like, I drove from Bundy back home again on Sunday morning. I didn't say that, but we got up at 5 o'clock.
You said you're going to watch it all.
Yep. I fucked it up. I got up at 5 o'clock and said, okay, we'll get on the road and we'll be watching the start of the race half an hour down the road. For some stupid reason, I didn't calculate the time difference. So I got as we were getting in the car, we were 15 minutes down the road. We're 15 minutes into the race. So I missed the first stack. The first stack was like 3 laps in.
Yeah.
Where
She was still dark.
Mustang GT3 driver finds that Rouge don't make good passengers.
Mm.
Fuck, did you see his helmet?
There
Yeah,
was
it's wild, eh?
kangaroo bits, shit, grass, dirt, mud.
It's
all
just so
sorts of
low
crap.
in the front end.
Yeah, it
It's
just
just
scooped it up.
Straight into the fucking windscreen.
Scooped her up and thrown her in there.
And that Mustang was actually going like they were expecting some pretty good.
Was that Feeney's
pretty
one?
good play. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so, yeah.
That poor bastard doesn't have much luck at Bathurst, does he?
Nah. Engine fuckwit.
Anyway, so there was another stack later on. Did you guys see that with the Porsche and
Yeah.
something else?
Fucking broke his back.
Yeah,
You
that
seen
was
crawl
a
out?
massive stack.
See him crawl out of the car?
That was not good.
He crawled up the road to the back of the car. I was like, well, I wouldn't probably do that.
Yeah, active racetrack again.
Yeah.
There's a reason why you got it broken.
But there was
back.
heaps of, like, I didn't watch much because I was away. I was at the pub while it was on. But there was heaps of talk about there was no flags.
Yeah.
But you watch one of the videos that looking back up the hill and they're waving the flag before
Yeah.
he comes around the corner.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. That flag marshal was waving, but the one further up wasn't.
Yeah, right.
So they got to the point, and then they say, "Oh, double yellows." Well, the stack's right there.
Well, the other car slowed down. The one before. So he's obviously seen him stop or crash or whatever he's done. There was one stopped or one coming around him slow, and then whoever hit him was coming around at fucking
Warp
Max
speed.
10.
Yeah, obviously didn't see the.
Obviously
the
didn't see
double
nothing.
yellow.
I think I did hear something about radio failure,
Yeah, I know, and yeah,
but whether they're
can't-
blaming that or what the go is.
we
But
can't rely on the radios, but like
fuck, they would be everywhere.
they were on the pump because that was
Ain't no way I'm looking other side of the track when you're looking for the apex.
Yeah, that's right. So the biggest issue with that was it was part of the lucky dog part of the race where just before, so coming down Conrod Straight behind the safety car, the lapped cars will actually pull out of
Yeah.
the train and run past, right? So they're fucking up it for the rent because they want to try and get back around to the back side of the train. They're not going to make it, but they want to.
They get pretty close, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
as far as they can, yeah.
So that's what they were trying to do. They were actually on a run after the lucky dog got to the top of the hill. One bloke spun. Whatever. Don't think the car was even really that damaged. And then the next bloke come around, dodged him, and then the next bloke just fucking whacked.
fucking hit him hard. Fuck.
Friggin' hard. Anyway, so yeah, poor bastard broke his back. The winners were, if you remember a couple of years ago, Maro Engel was racing in the Supercars series.
Sure.
You don't remember?
No.
Anyway, Maro Engel, I had this fucking down pat. Michael Grenier and Maxime Martin. They drove from 29th to 1st after Team WRT in 75 Express. They took each other out on one of the late restarts. They took each other out at Hill Corner, which is turn one. They
Right.
one didn't give the other one enough room, and it just sent them into the grass. Well, into the.
They've
sand,
done
that's
well
what.
just to get, say, what, 4th? If they were from 29th just up that far to be
Yeah.
coming first, regardless.
to get to 3rd, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Like, fair
And
enough, they had a
then,
bit of luck to get to first, but they were still at the back of the
That's
grid.
right. Yeah.
or the back of the podium, I should say.
And there was carnage everywhere. I'm not going to list all the other bits of shit because
No,
there was heaps of racing incidents and
You race for
people
12
spinning
hours, you're
out.
going to have something.
there's all sorts of carnage. On top of that, supercars this weekend, they're testing at the moment, which is Wednesday. So they're actually testing at Eastern Creek. They're not using the full track that the supercars will use this weekend.
That's a bit of a shit situation. Like, you've known the
It's
start of
crap.
the season and they're working on the track
Yeah, that's right.
the week of
Yeah.
racing.
Everyone's blowing up. Anyway, so that was topped by today's one, which is Wednesday, topped by Will Brown, then Matty Payne, and in third, Zach Bates. That's the first day on track, really, as a full-time rookie. Then this Friday night, there's live racing, which is the first race of the year, Friday night, and then they'll be racing Saturday and
Is this
Sunday.
just the Friday night, not the Saturday night?
I don't think
Was
it's
there two
Saturday
nights?
night.
No, Saturday night there's the show, isn't it?
Oh, that's right. Pit party. That's right. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
How's are you going, Hayden?
No, I was actually planning on going, and then I said, you know what, fuck it, let's have beers and some dinner at home, and we'll watch the night race at home.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So I packed up. I'm trying to find a program for this weekend. Yeah.
If you type in program, it'll probably come up.
Is there a program
Yeah, there is. If you click
Where?
on it,
here?
Dunlop Sydney 500.
Track schedule.
7 p.m. race.
You find it?
Yep. Back there, one
so
page ago.
Friday. We go to the end.
7 p.m. it is.
7:50 on Friday,
So how many-
7:30 on Saturday, and then 4:00 on Sunday.
Yeah.
So they're all
So the
late.
pit party. Oh, it's only 50 laps, so it's not that long of a race. But
Must be good.
So that'll
26 on Friday.
well, that'd be 9 o'clock
52.
party.
Yeah, 2 52 lap races on Saturday, Sunday, and then 26 lap race on Friday night. It'll still be a good sprint race to start the weekend off.
Yeah.
Radio. So we'll jump across the speedway. I didn't watch it, but I think you watched a little bit of this.
No, I didn't
Over
watch
the
it. I just
weekend?
seen some news. Local guy from around here, Marcus Dumpsney. I'm sure everyone probably knows his name. If you don't, you probably
Son
don't,
of-
don't even like Speedway.
Son of Max Dumsney.
You probably know nothing about Speedway. Haven't even heard of it if you haven't heard of that name. But yeah, he had a big crash in Perth and had to go to hospital. He was pretty banged up, but he's all good. So
Did I hear something about him yeeting the bloody steering wheel across the paddock?
nah, that wasn't that crash. No.
Yeah, okay. That sounds like the actions of a pissed off driver. So that's all for Dumpsy?
Yeah, I didn't watch none of it. I don't even know what the event was. I just seen Marcus on socials in the hospital bed.
Yeah, righto. I think it was actually pretty funny that that buddy Brody Kostecki had a steer one of the nights of the event
Yeah.
over there in WA because I think he had a fucking wedding he was over there for. So because he was there, he said, "Stuff it, I'm gonna."
It's a
Put an
wonder
entry
they're
in.
allowed to do that kind of stuff.
That close.
That close to...
You can have a mad stack in one of them pretty easy.
Yeah. And if you hurt yourself and you can't drive the
Yeah, it's
supercar
weird,
like
isn't
a
it?
week later, it's
Yeah.
a bit... Yeah,
But it's same ago and thrashing around the Bathurst 12 hour. Like-
yeah I suppose.
Yeah,
Imagine if you were
true.
one of the
Same.
people that
Yeah.
broke their back. Pretty
Well,
shit.
Feeney could have been in that car, got hit with the rear and be fucked up.
Oh, yeah. And you wouldn't want to see that. Like, Feeney's going to be the bloke to beat this year.
Probably not.
I'd
He'll
be-
whinge about it, but
Anyway, Bahrain test day 1, that was a couple of days ago, and then I think right now is test day 2, so we don't have any details for that. But Kimi Antonelli topped that, George Russell in second, Louis Hamilton in third, Charles Leclerc in fourth, Piastri in fifth, Blando in sixth, and Verstappen in seventh.
Did you see Scott Pye, Apex Hunters, reel about
yeah.
The F1.
Well, he
That's
can
pretty
turn.
Funny.
Yeah.
Called it Formula E.
Well, you were talking about that before, and I couldn't remember what you were what you were referring to. But I'm sure I've seen the video.
It was
There's a
pretty
few.
funny.
There was a few videos.
It was pretty funny.
So yeah, he's good. Yeah, he can turn that. That's a good apex. That one.
Some of the comments couldn't get his sense of humour and didn't understand it. They were like, you said Formula E at the start. I think you mean Formula One.
Yeah, people.
But he was legit taking the piss.
As we know, everything's happening. So IndyCar's on track at the moment as well. David Malukas tops the open test, and that's Will Power's old seat. Newgarden in second. Will Power racing for Andretti Global. He's in third. Scotty Mack in eighth. Scotty Dixon in ninth. Now Mick Schumacher, which is like Formula One, Michael Schumacher's son. He's racing IndyCar this year. He did 109 laps in testing, which is like, I think it's about 40 more than everyone else. And he got 23rd, which I'm not really looking too much into that. Like that's a lot of laps. So he'd be trying to save tyres and just get his head around it all.
The extra laps are good for someone that's just new sort of thing.
Is that an oval or is that a track?
I was on oval, yeah.
Yeah, so it's different fucking things that he's ever done.
Yeah, that's right. And like Mick Schumacher can steer, we know that. But
Oh, it wasn't good enough for F1.
yeah, but he's not racing against F1 drivers. So he can steer.
Well, obviously he's in the car.
To be able to get to that point, you can't be a fucking nong. So I'd say 23rd, doing 109 laps. That's a lot of wear on tyres. So I'd say he'd just be trying to get his head around it all. Jump across the supercars.
Supercross.
No, that was a fucking stab on
'cause
myself.
He fucked up last week and called it 450 SMX Supercar.
Supercross. 450 SMX class at Seattle. Eli Tomac took the event out. He got the main event, marking his third win of the season after a fight with Cooper Webb. Cooper Webb got in second, Justin Cooper in third. Title leader Hunter Lawrence, he was mid pack halfway through the race, and then got up to fourth, keeping the red plate on his bike just over Levi Tomac. In the 250s, Hayden Deegan got another win. Took the whole event out. Deegan continued his dominant run, securing another victory, his fifth in a row. Last rider to do that was Ryan Villapoto. Levi Kitchen in second, Max Anstey in third. Deegan and Kitchen swapped the lead multiple times, producing one of the most dynamic 250 races of the year. Most notable was Hayden Deegan setting the fastest lap time out of everyone. Okay, that was one thing I was pretty impressed about. We were talking about that on the way down on Sunday. Hayden Deegan, in his lap times, was actually better than anyone else on track, including the 450s.
They had a nickname for Hayden Deegan, but I can't remember what it was. I read it somewhere, and I thought, oh, that's pretty funny. I think it was like Danger Boy or something like
Yeah,
that.
that's what his handle is on
Oh, is it?
Because he's
Instagram
Yeah,
or something like that. Yeah, he's always been called Danger Boy.
Yeah, so he's about a second faster than every other rider on track.
Yeah.
So either there's cheating going on, or I very highly doubt that. That's just someone that's riding on the money,
Yep.
having a go. Because, like those motorbikes, man.
You throw the 250 round fast better than you can throw a 450 round butt as well.
Yeah, but your lap time should be better in a 450, though.
Well, yeah.
Should be.
You would think so. But people say that about us. Our lap time should be faster than 6 litre, but they're not.
Sometimes they are, sometimes they're not. You got any woo-woo?
No, but I do have some MotoGP.
You got any butterfly information?
Fuck, you're a loser. No, MotoGP, there's a bit of news going on. By the time you hear this, it'll probably be locked in. It's not actually locked in yet as we're recording, but it looks like for 2027, the MotoGP is going to South Australia. More than likely the Bend, I would say, since though they race
Yeah, they've been trying for it
Superbikes
for a
there.
while.
Yeah. Bit of a shit for Victoria, but
Fuck, a lot of people up in arms about it.
yeah, well,
Like, you imagine how many years they've been going there.
well,
Stuff
it hasn't
has
been
changed.
that long. They originally took it from South Australia. It was in South Australia, and then it moved to Phillip Island in the late 90s. I can't remember exactly when, but yeah, the reason it's moved is because the MotoGP said, it's not
Not safe enough anymore.
it's not
Yeah.
good enough to have it Phillip Island. Let's have it at Albert Park. They wanted to move it to Albert Park, and basically the Victorian government said, no, not doing that. But we'll throw some money at Phillip Island to try and get it a bit nicer and whatever else. So the MotoGP board obviously just went, no, fuck that. Let's just go to South Australia.
Fair
But
enough.
South Australia have wanted it, and they've wanted it back since they lost it. So having a nice new flash place like the Bend, which will need some work as well. It's not all smooth sailing just to
Really?
just to go to the Bend. Yeah, it's not ideal for the whole thing. I think they're trying to get a world superbike round at the Bend as well.
Mm-hmm.
They do race obviously the Australian superbikes there, but it's obviously a fair bit bigger show when you take it to the world stage. So yeah, hopefully. Well, it's kind of annoying for me because I really wanted to go to Phillip Island. Never been
Yeah,
there,
so
no
I
GP.
wanted to ride down there.
And I was thinking about going this year because I'm turning 40, like that weekend that it's on. And
We're in
we're
Mildura.
going to Mildura. So, can't go. And then next year, it's fucking not on there. And I'm not going to fucking South Australia. It's not the same.
No.
So, fuck that.
Maybe we can drop that round in Mildura.
I was planning on dropping another one, so we'll see.
So here you go. Right out.
Anyway. Also, I can probably give you a bit of a testing update. Well, not an update, but actually the Aprilia bike's looking like the best with Marco Benzecchi on it. He's he led the latest test, and sorry, he didn't lead the Valencia test. He led the Sepang test, but the Valencia test he was second fastest. So he's looking pretty good. The Gresini team's looking pretty good too, with Alex Marquez and Aldeguer on there. They're both looking good. Marquez is down the list a bit. He didn't go to the Sepang test, so who knows? But yeah, I think he's 7th or something in the Valencia one. So, but he could be just dicking around. You never know. But yeah, it's looking like it's going to be a good season of MotoGP.
I just something come across my desk just then.
NASCAR.
No, it's from news.com. McLaren has dropped. Oscar Piastri has dropped Mark Webber from his.
Is that happened last week? I seen a
Got
thingy
that just then.
about something shaken up in the team. I never clicked on the clickbait, but there was something. Might have been over the weekend, even.
Mm-hmm.
Because I lost some days being coming back late. But yeah, I did see something about that. It might have been Monday morning or Sunday or something that I've been scrolling. I've seen something.
really
I'll never
surprised
kid on the
at that.
clickbait.
Yeah, right. So is it legit or
Well, yeah. That
What does it
was-
say?
where's the information from?
This is
Who's
from
the source?
news.com.au, which is
Yeah, right.
that's
Yeah, okay.
can't remember who that's under, but yeah, no, it's reputable. It's happened.
Yeah, right. You seen any of the NASCAR on the weekend?
Tyler Reddick got the win after
Yeah,
absolute chaos.
yeah. Pretty much wipe out the rest of the field behind him.
I'm pretty sure SVG got pretty close to the lead. Yeah, I don't think he led laps this weekend.
Yeah.
But he got pretty close, which we're not saying that he's going to go and smack their ass next week, but he's getting further up in that field, getting his head around these bloody
Yeah.
ovals. All he needs to do is be more consistent on the ovals, and the wins on the road races will
Yeah, they just happen.
help him.
Yeah.
Right, did we want to...
Actually, while we're just in motorsport, I might just mention Paige has been in Japan
Pedro Dats?
testing the car. So follow her and all her stuff, and you'll get to see all that cool stuff going on.
Yeah, so I follow her on Facebook, obviously after we'd met up, but After going, like, I'll go on Instagram
She does
for other
more
stuff.
more on the Instagram
She
heaps.
pumps Instagram so much more.
Yeah,
So, yeah, if anyone's wanting to
That's
follow
a younger
her,
generational thing.
yeah,
that's where I'm seeing it all on Instagram. I haven't seen much on Facebook.
yeah, if anyone wants to follow her, go to Instagram, not Facebook. Anyway, we'll jump across to clear as day, clear as mud.
Clear as day, clear as mud, rule book review.
Bam. Thanks, Mikey, for your support on this segment. So it was Joel's throw at the dartboard today, and he got a couple in the bricks.
One in the bricks,
Still,
one in the timber.
still more than me. And he's thrown it at dart number 8 on the board, which puts us on page 34. So we've sent that to Mikey, and he's asked us to. So there's only really 2 sections on here. It's either right of way or overlap. And Mikey said right of way, to my disappointment.
There's a lot more to read.
Only because there's heaps more to read. I would have preferred overlap. There's like 3 little tiny sections. But anyway, it is what it is. So I'll start reading. 603.01. All buoys must be passed on the left side of the boat unless otherwise stipulated during the driver's briefing. That's
Clear as
pretty
day.
straightforward, isn't it?
Yeah.
Clear as day,
603.02. A boat that touches a buoy during a turn will incur a 1 lap time penalty for each infringement. Pretty
Can't get
easy.
clearer than that.
clear as day.
The only thing unclear is if it's fucking ruled upon or not.
What do you mean?
If
Well,
certain drivers get away with
They're
it.
generally pretty good at it, and you can only discrepancy on some of the Evercraft boats when the spray hits it. But you can tell when the spray hits it, and you can really tell when a boat hits it because they do fall over sideways.
Yeah. All right, 603.03. If in the consideration of the officer of the day or buoy official, a boat is forced onto a buoy by another boat, no penalty will be implemented.
The problem I've got with that rule is if you balk from a boat that hasn't actually forced them,
That's your fault.
yes, but is it ruled upon?
So
it depends on if
I
it's
have
ruled
actually
upon
had
or
this
not.
happen. I've actually had this happen. So I was in the 5 litre and I was actually racing Troy Marland at Bundaberg, and he was on the outside of me, and he was probably a boat length in front going into the first
Mhm.
corner. And as he plated, obviously those Evercraft, it was in the old sick puppy boat, like the old
Mhm.
blue one. And as he plated, the spray's obviously come off it. So I've kind of just turned inside a little further to try and get
Mhm.
away from that spray and smacked the buoy.
Mhm.
Anyway, I had no issue with it. It was my problem. And then I get back to the bank and, you pull your boat at the water up to your tent and you're working away, getting ready for the next race, whatever. And then the official comes up and goes, "Oh, yeah, we pinned Troy for that corner." I said, "Oh, what the fuck for?" Like, "Oh, didn't he force you on the buoy?" I said, "No." I said, "That was just me, like, sort of shitting myself, trying to dodge the spray." And then I couldn't see and I whacked the buoy. I said, "It's not his fault." And anyway, I think he still ended up getting penalised because he didn't care too much. And I think he was sick that day because I remember going to see him after that because it was a really good race.
Mhm.
And I said, "That was fucking awesome." And he was crook because he had the blown boat there, and he was going to pack the 5 litre up and just run the blown boat. I said, "Oh, don't do that. Then I'll have no one to race against and it won't be fun no more." Anyway, and he said, "The blown boat's pretty fun though." And I said, "Oh, well, probably." So anyway, that's straightforward. We know that, yeah.
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 Clear as day.
603.04. A boat that rounds a buoy the wrong way will incur a 1 lap time penalty for each infringement. It's pretty straightforward.
Yep.
Straightforward, but that's gay.
Clear as day.
If someone rounds the buoy the wrong way, they should absolutely get way more of a penalty than someone that touches the buoy.
Well, I'm sort of wondering whether that is referring to, like, if you miss a buoy, then someone goes back and does a full lap of the corner again.
No, because you
No, well,
haven't
that's-
rounded
I'm
the
saying
buoy
that's,
yet.
That's re-rounding the buoy.
Yeah, you can't That's the next one anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right,
But
we'll
rounding
go
the buoy
straight
the
to
wrong
next
way is fucked up royally.
603.05. For safety reasons, a boat is not permitted to round the buoy again after rounding it the wrong way. That it is rounding it the wrong way.
Maybe it's
A boat is considered as having rounded the mark in the wrong way when the buoy official considers that it has passed the buoy on the wrong side after starting to negotiate
Right.
the turn.
So it's going on the inside of the buoy,
Yeah,
not
so-
the outside of the buoy.
Yeah, so that means if you've missed the buoy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So it's worded shit.
Okay, so that's
That's
fair
That's what they
enough.
mean
That's
by
fair
that.
enough then.
Yeah,
So,
That's what they mean by the top one as well.
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
you get if you miss a buoy, you basically get a 1 lap time penalty.
Yeah, so 603.04 is clear as mud. 603.05 clears it up.
No, they're both clear.
They're both clear, but they just
It's just
they've just worded the wrong way around.
It should say if you miss a buoy, not
Yeah.
say the wrong way. Anyway, that one's
Clear as day.
603.06. A boat that reattempts to re-round a buoy will be disqualified.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Easy.
Clear as day.
Will be disqualified, not may be. 603.07. The cost of repair or replacement of any buoy damaged in a collision is to be...
Boom. I like it.
I think that's born. I think the R and the N are just really close together, maybe? That's
Zoom in
weird.
there, Hayden.
That's it. Yeah, I don't know what... Yeah, it's born, but I still don't understand. That's fucking a
Yeah.
weird way of wording it. Anyway.
Yeah.
Weird way of wording. I'll start again. The cost of repair or replacement of any buoy damaged in a collision is to be borne by the boat owner of the boat causing such damage.
Is it meant to be?
Bought.
I don't know. The B's a long way away from any other
Yeah.
letter that it could be.
No.
I would say like warn, but that's still not
Nah.
how you spell it.
Yeah. Maybe it's just anyway. It's clear. We know what it's meant to
Yeah.
mean.
It's just
but
a typo.
there's a word there that's a bit strange.
Clear as day.
Second last one, but this one's a little longer because there's a few dot points. 603.08. When two boats are approaching one another so as to involve risk of collision, one of them must keep out of the way of the other as follows. When two boats meet head on, each must alter the course to the right side.
Which is road
That's
River
boat
rules?
rules anyway.
Yeah, that's normal. When two boats are crossing, the one that has the other on its right side must give way. So if you have a boat
Yes.
on the right side of you, you've got to give way to that boat.
Which is boat rules anyway.
Whereby any of these rules, one of the two boats is to give way, the other must keep its course and speed.
Which is boat rules.
Pretty
Mhm.
straightforward. Every boat that is directed by these rules is to give way to another boat, must, if the circumstances of the case permit, avoid crossing ahead of the other.
I think you got to read that again.
Not yeah.
Every boat that is directed by these rules to give way to another boat must, if the circumstances of the case permit, avoid crossing ahead of the other.
You should always turn around the back of a boat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't turn in front.
Yeah, that's if you have to give way to the boat.
All them are just
So
waterway
if you-
rules.
If you have to give way to the boat, well, you're giving way till it goes past, so you're passing behind it anyway.
Yes.
Second last dot point. Every boat that is directed by the rules to give way to another boat must, on approaching it, if necessarily, reduce its speed or stop, that's just giving way. Last dot point. When obeying these rules, due regard must be made to all dangers of navigation and collision and to any special circumstances that may render a departure from the above rules necessary in order to avoid immediate danger. That's
Yep.
they're all just your basic
They're just waterway rules.
waterways rules. So, and look, we won't run into any of them really. It's only if we're doing
River racing sort of thing.
and it's a two-way sort of
Yeah.
thing, and you can
Sort
you've
of
got
coming in and out
boats
of
running
creeks
up
and
one
sort of
side,
stuff like that.
One's
Yep.
running up the other way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clear.
Clear as day.
Failure to comply. Oh, sorry. 603.09. Failure to comply with 603.08 will result in a 1 lap time penalty for each infringement. Clear.
Gee, if you're doing any of those rules on a racetrack, you're severely fucked up.
Yeah.
Clear as day.
All those ones were clear. That was fucking easy, wasn't it? It was a little bit painful to read all that out, but it is what it is.
Thanks, Mikey, anyway.
Yeah, thanks for your support, bud. All right, what's next? We got questions.
Questions. We have a question.
We do have a question, although it's kind of it's a good question.
It's
but,
written in,
but I'm going to get up him because he wrote it in.
but we're giving an exemption because he's overseas listener.
He's from another country, so we'll give him benefit of the doubt.
And that doesn't come in to involve New Zealand listeners either.
So I'll just read out what he's written to us, and then we can discuss. So this is from Andrew Sinclair. He said, listening from Minnesota in the States. Love Go Fast small boats. Building a 1992 Concorde 22 Magnum, a 20-foot inboard. Most likely getting a 540 big block Chev stern drive. Probably a Mercruiser. Been thinking about doing an Arneson surface drive just for a different factor. Anyway, not sure if this will make a podcast question or not, but I'd ask about your personal pleasure boats and what you are doing on the water when it's not racing. Also, he's got another little bit here. Also, wondering if the hull design on ski race boats is owner's secrets. I will be blueprinting my boat's hull. The boats over there are just set at any speed and look extremely stable. I have full chines, padded V, no hook, nice sharp lines. Just looking for some design tips closer achieve that stability. So first of all, we'll say thanks, Andrew, for sending that in.
Yeah, all the way from over there. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
I knew we had listeners in the States, but
Yeah, nice to
cool
know
to get
that
questions.
Getting
legit
involved.
listening and want to put it out there. That's awesome. So thanks, mate. I wonder if he came over here during these. I probably didn't because he probably would have mentioned it.
yeah.
But yeah, if you're ever over here, just send us a message and we'll see if we can meet up somewhere or do something. That'd be cool. Anyway, let's get into his question. So, we'll talk about our own personal boats first, I guess. Do you have a ski boat, Joel?
I've got a 19-foot Chaos outboard, like a mono type. It goes fast, but
Goes fast
So,
in the middle of the
that
night,
is-
in the middle of Brooklyn.
So
what would you call it? Brooklyn Bay?
hey,
Over Brooklyn, just where Brooklyn Bridge is. I remember punching that. Did we use that?
yes, we did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember punching that all the way through there in the dark
that's right.
with people on the back
Drop-
going
I had to-
pick it up for the ramp.
Pick some people up and drop them back off
Yeah.
a couple of hours later,
And they come back
and
a
they
couple
come
hours
back
after
because they
that.
lost the keys. That was funny that night.
Unorganisation.
So what do you do with that? Do you just cruise around or you go skiing?
Yeah,
What
just
do you do?
cruise. Oh, you can ski behind it, but I've got a prop to
Pull a ski
make
out.
it easy. You can pull a ski out, but it just takes a long time. You got to hang on.
You-
So need
what-
a smaller pitch on it. And
What sort of work and stuff do you do to it?
nothing.
Nothing. Just
That's
start
just-
it.
Yeah, service it as normal. 2 strokes, you don't do fuck all. Couple of fuel filters. Change gearbox oil.
Yeah, I'm pretty much the same. I got a 21-foot Nautique ski boat or wake boat, whatever you want to call it. I bought it because it's a rear mount. I bought it because it had plenty of space in the cab for like the whole family, or you could just chuck everyone in and away you go. So you don't have to have like a beach or something that you want to ski from. Like most
They're on
of
ski out of the boat, yeah.
most of the skiers around here that have like their pleasure boats that like to go skiing, like decent skiing, they're usually just like got a seat for a driver and observer and maybe someone else in the back, and then you just hang out the back. But to do that, you need to have a beach or some kind of thing to ski from, so you can have all your gear and everyone else can have a turn. But you got to come back to the beach each go. So I bought mine so I didn't have to do any of that. But we don't really use it too much skiing. I'm not really a skier. I'm not that into skiing. I don't mind a little wakeboard here and there or a tube. Love a tube. It's anything to get fucked up with.
Yeah, tubes are good fun, eh?
The missus is a bit of a skier though, so she likes doing it. But It was more for the kids, I suppose, so they can sort of learn to ski if they want to, or they can just have fun and shit at the back. I pretty much just use it getting to and from here and there too
Yeah, there's
when
no
we're doing cool stuff.
there's no real modifying them.
No, we don't really have boats like. Well, there's probably a handful in this country like they have over there, like they're hotted up,
Yeah.
like hoon boats sort of
boats.
things. There's a few people around that have sort of hoon boats that are cool, but yeah, I'm sort of not in. I'd rather spend all that money on a race boat so I can actually sort of race the thing
Yeah.
rather than
The ski racing side of it is basically their boats are that good they don't modify them anyway. If they're modified, they're at a new model come out and that's what they're using.
yeah. Yeah, do you have a ski boat, Ed, or have you had a ski boat?
No, I've had like Dad and Matthew have had a couple of ski boats here and there, but yeah, I'd like to have one, but for me to have one, I'd be getting rid of the race boat. So
Yeah, bugging that.
yeah, give it time. I've told to get stuffed once. I'll end up telling to get stuffed again and go and get a ski boat. But at the moment, yeah, I'm just fiddling around with that. And
Do you have any ski boats when you was younger, Joel?
Yeah, Dad had you remember that old blue
I do remember
that blue thing? I
I
can't
don't know
remember what it
or
was.
anything, but
Because that was an old thing. And then we just run around like tinnies,
yeah.
fishing tinnies. Remember we used to fucked around in heaps of tinnies. Remember we used to ski behind a 4 horsepower.
Yep. 4 horsepower and 8 foot tinny.
That's you could tell that's how skinny and small we used to be when we were younger.
Oh, we had plenty of funs in tinnies. We'll have to get into that in another day, but yeah. I didn't really. My old man never had a ski boat when I was younger. He did obviously before me. That's what sort of got him into racing boats. He had like hoon boats that he'd go skiing with and whatever, and obviously that got him into racing. But once he started racing, there was sort of not a ski boat. He had a little half cabin fishing boat, and I think he's got like a bay line now that he doesn't even use. It just sits at his workshop.
I thought he sold that.
Nah, it's still sitting at the workshop.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, we don't get into the hoon boats like you guys. It's cool. They're cool though. I fucking
Yeah.
like 'em.
awesome boats over there.
But yeah, as far as your ski racing boats, I don't know. That's the whole design is not really secrets, I guess. So
Nah, they're just like a mono type thing.
yeah, they're just a really well built boat that yeah, they're not cheap either. They're
From
pretty expensive to have like a top end ski race boat, but they're basically from the factory.
yeah.
They don't change too much because they're
But from what written there, it's basically seems alright. Like all straight,
yeah.
everything's really nice shaped and no hooks, no
Yeah,
nothing
that's
in
all
it.
you
and-
really need to look for when you're blueprinting your boat. I mean, I've blueprinted a whole heap. I don't really like doing it because it's too time consuming and whatever else. But I've done quite a few. But the trick is like the easiest thing I would say if you're just looking for stability, you probably it's a bit of a fine line. Stability generally means the boat's wetter, but you need power to
To
get
hold it.
past that
Mhm.
wetness.
Yeah, I don't know probably should have looked that up, the design of the boat, to have a look at it.
Yeah, well, he sent
Actually,
us
no, he
some,
sent photos,
us
didn't
some
he?
pictures, yeah. So generally, like the faster you go, the less boat there is in the water, which makes it less stable. But yeah, our ski racing boats, they are kind of pretty wet when you look at them when they're running, but
They've got a lot.
they've got a lot of power to still make some decent speed with that. So that's where that comes from. But if you're looking for stability, I'd say you need to try and wet the boat some more, like maybe more weight towards the back, something like that.
Well, this will have a heap of weight at the back because it'll be a rear mount.
rear mount stern drives thing. So
Yeah, they're like I don't know what you'd call it, a tiny cigarette boat.
yeah, well, it's a Concorde Magnum.
Yeah. Forgot to look at the photos, but yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, it's pretty.
That'd go up right. Nice deep V in
Yeah.
it, so I'll handle the rough water pretty
Yeah, that
well.
would run alright. I don't. All I'd probably do with that, if that was mine, and I was trying to, I reckon that would be quite stable.
Yeah, I
especially
reckon that'd be good.
Being 20 foot long is pretty long.
20-foot long rear mount with a stern driver, it'll be pretty stable.
If you're putting a 540 in it, should have
Should
some
fucking handle.
plenty of power to get moving, so it should go all right. All I'd do to try and make your efficiency a little nicer is like you said, just no hooks in the bottom. That's generally all I go for when I'm blueprinting the bottom of a race boat. No hooks. The lines, like all the strakes and everything, nice and sharp as you can get them. Obviously, the rounder they are, the more drag they'll have. So sharpen them right up and make them parallel. They're probably the two biggest keys. I'd say sharp lines being parallel is probably more key than the hook. Although you don't want a bad hook. If you've got a bad hook, that's really bad. But if it's just very slight, over if it's like the thickness of a coin over sort of a 2 meter period, it's probably not that big of a deal. But yeah, sharp lines and parallel is the key to getting as much efficiency as you
You
can.
get some efficiency. Got a low water pickup gearbox on it. Lift it right up to the nose cone.
If he goes with an Arneson drive, that would be cool. That would be awesome.
Yeah, lift it right up there and keep the engine low.
Yeah.
Get that prop shaft hanging at the back.
Anyway, keep us posted with what you do. Let us
Yeah.
know if you do the Arneson drive or you do like the Merc Stern drive or whatever. But yeah, Arneson drive would be cool. I'd be keen to see that.
Tell you what, looking at that photo we've been sent. I'll see if he wants to put it up. But have a look at the work truck at the back.
Yeah, the F6.
F6.
Oh,
Fifty?
yeah.
Yeah.
That thing is a tough looking work truck, and the same thing doing that same job over here would just be one of those basic Isuzus,
yeah.
like my service truck.
Yeah.
That looks so much cooler.
Yeah, if he wants to post it in the group.
Yeah, put in the HSG group. See if there's some people in
Yeah,
there that want
go
to give you
for it.
some advice and all that sort of stuff. There's plenty of cool people in there.
Right on.
All right. I've also got a question, but we're going a bit long again this week, so I won't ask it again. But I'll keep it in my head for whenever we're a bit slow.
Send your
As-
questions.
As
using that
always, if
method
you want to
link.
send a question in, use the memo.fm link. It's easier. That way I don't have to try and read it out like that one. But yeah, thanks, Andrew. HSG Pit Crew, Joel, how's the group going?
Been all right, but someone must have been accepting posts because I didn't do much over the weekend or for 4 days.
Hasn't
don't
been
think so.
me.
No,
I could have, but I don't think so.
I thought there
No.
must have been a couple.
No, I've seen a couple, but I leave them for you because that's your job. You're the social media Pit Crew boy.
Yeah, so there's a few in there, but I was just approving them. I wasn't on my phone much.
Mhm.
So, yeah, I know Lumpy, he's flat out with posting stuff in there.
Yeah, Lumpy's onto it.
Yeah, I seen someone did put in a photo of old mate's helmet from Bathurst with all the kangaroo.
Oh,
Yeah,
Gizzards
that's where
and
that must
shit
have been
on it.
where I seen that one then.
Yeah, she was rough.
Yeah, I did approve a few of
yeah,
Lumpy's.
shit.
So yeah, it's cruising along real well. While we're on the pit crew, we're going to start a footy tipping competition for us all in both NRL and AFL. Seems we've got
Mexican listeners,
yeah.
we're not into our AFL, but we'll have a go and we'll out tip you.
Oh, I'm hoping so. So we're going to do it through the ESPN app. So download that on your phone, and then you type in HSG NRL tipping or HSG AFL tipping, and it should come up. And there's a password, which is capital HSG.
The capitals matter.
Capitals, I'm assuming, matter.
Okay. So yeah, go to competitions down the bottom. Go to search.
Yep.
Type in HSG NRL or HSG AFL or both if you want to do both. Either. Join the groups. Use the password. Password's the same for both groups. Get in there. Put your tips in, and we'll see how we go. All at the end of the year.
I will put a reminder in. We'll do a lot through the Pit Crew page, so it's a sort of like a bit more closer community thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I will, for the first round or so, put it in the other page as well.
Yep.
But the rules are, not that there's that many rules, but so that goes from round one to the grand final. May bring it back to the regular season, but we'll work that out later on. If you don't put your tips in, you get 0 points. You get 2 joker rounds.
What's a joke around?
I think they double your points.
Okay.
And if you pick a perfect round, you get an extra point.
Cool.
And then you're ranked, so you got a margin on your first game of the week. You can pick 1 to 5, 1 to 10, whatever you think the margin's going to be.
Yep.
So that segregates you from first to second if you get
So
tied
you got
points.
the same points. Yep.
Yeah. So that's really nothing, but it's just a way of working stuff out easier.
Yeah, if you're into your NRL or your AFL, you're probably in these kind of things anyway and know a bit about it. But even if you're not, join ours and have a bit of fun. You might learn a bit of cool stuff about rugby league or AFL. And if we beat the Mexicans, I think
I'll have to come up with something for that.
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
That doesn't give us anything. But if a Mexican beats us, you might get a bit of an extra prize. So the winner, we're gonna organise a prize for the winner of each one. We haven't actually worked out what that is yet, but if you think about it, you probably have a good idea what it could be.
Yeah, we'll work that out through the year once
we'll work it out. We'll let you know once we're into it. And
it'll be something good.
But yeah, it will be cool. It'll be worth your while getting in there and having a go. But if a Mexican wins, I might throw in something extra on top. If a Mexican wins the NRL tipping.
Yep. Yeah, sounds good.
All right.
So that'll be good fun for the year.
If you want to know any more, if you can't work that out or it's too hard for you, send us a message.
Yeah,
we'll try and help you as best we can.
Send me a message. Yeah.
All right. Just before we get into the meme of the week, I'm going to mention something else, only because it's a bit of a sad note. I don't want to finish the show with a sad note, but one of our listeners had his old man pass away this week. Oh, not this week. His funeral was this week. It was last week. And, that's a bit of a shit thing to happen. It hasn't happened to me, so I don't really know how it feels, but Hayden could probably relate a little bit. So, yeah, Dylan, I hope you're doing all right, mate. And if you need any help, reach out. Let us know.
Yeah, it ain't weak. Have a chat.
All right. Let's get into meme of the week.
All right. So we're all in there. Mine's first because I was first to put it through.
I don't remember what mine is.
I have some questions. I ate some gummies, I have some questions. If the early bird gets the worm, then why do good things come to those who wait? If Cinderella's shoe fit perfectly, then why did it fall off? Why have I never seen a baby pigeon? If you describe something as indescribable, then haven't you just described it? If I get out of the shower clean, then how does the towel get dirty? How does a sponge hold water if it's full of holes? Why is it called a building if it's already built? Why does quicksand work so slowly? If you're not supposed to eat at night, then why is there a light in the fridge? Why are they called apartments if they're all stuck together? Why is the time of day with the slowest traffic called rush hour? Why is it called shipping when it goes by truck, but cargo when it goes by ship? The fork you use at your favorite restaurant has been inside of 1,000 different mouths. Somebody let me off of this ride!
Oh, that bloke's causing some fucking dramas, isn't he?
Fucking no.
There's a bit of head noise in that
You
one.
want some head
Some of them
noise?
things do make a bit of sense, but some there's legit answers for, but
Yeah.
some of them are a bit...
Just makes you think. Like, what the fuck? Righto. This one's Michael's one.
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm just being you for the day.
What do you mean?
Playing video games, drinking a beer, having some snacks, just sitting around doing nothing. What are you doing?
I'm being you for the day.
Oh, really? So you think I just stand in the kitchen and stare out the window all day?
No, I'm trying to think of ways to start an argument.
Yeah, accused of killing.
Oh, fuck. What are you saying?
Remember how you got me pregnant and then told everybody that we were pregnant?
Yeah.
And then when I had the baby, you told everybody that we had the baby?
Yeah, we're a team.
Yeah. We just crashed the car.
That's a good one. I've heard that one before. That's a good one.
that is a good one. We crashed the car.
Spill.
All right. Well, let's wrap the show up. It's been
Wrap her
a
up.
bit of a long one. Thanks for listening, guys. Like, share, subscribe, all the socials. See you next week.
Catches.
Shout out to Elite Forklifts and Access Equipment. They're your go-to for short and long-term rentals on forklifts and access machines. Plus, they handle all the servicing, maintenance and delivery too. They also supply portable toilets and showers for events and construction.
Also, if you mention the High Speed Garage podcast when you call, you will get a 10% discount on hire and transport. So for all your equipment and amenity needs, remember Elite Forklifts and Access Equipment. And don't forget the High Speed Garage discount.